What is good, guys? We are back. One Piece chapter 1172 brief spoilers are out, and let's get into it, bruh. The chapter's title is "This is the Elbaf That I Love." The cover page requests Mr. Two Clay with some swans. So it's mostly a recap chapter with characters and maps explaining where everyone is in Elbaf. Ja Rule tells everyone in Elbaf the truth about what happened on the day that Harold died, and he also states that Loki is not guilty. So a lot of people were questioning why would he do this if Loki didn't want it. I think he's setting up Loki for a redemption arc, or even possibly to become the king of Elbaf. Not saying that Loki is gonna become the king of Elbaf, but I'm saying that's what Ja Rule wants because he thinks that's what Harold and the higher ups would want. He then declares war on the world government, and all of the giants of Elbaf agree with him. I'm assuming these are the giants that didn't get Domir reversed, and this is very significant because in the last chapter, Emu literally said that Elbaf is the D, or is of the D. Can't exactly remember what was the phrasing, but the implication is that Elbaf is D, and we know that members of the D clan are the enemies of the gods. So this is like a self-fulfilling prophecy, with Elbaf officially declaring themselves enemies of the so-called gods. Emu, Gonko, and the Knights of God, Summers, and Killingham are showed preparing to fight. I don't know what that would even look like. Maybe we get some more dialogue from Emu speaking to Summers and Killingham, but from where we last left it off, it seems that Killingham's dream monsters, they're already like plenty much ready to fight. So I bet this would be interesting. But we go back to the other Straw Hats, Jinbei, Nami, Robin, and Usopp, and they are still bound by Gonko's arrows. Jinbei says that Brook looks like he realized something and took off on his own. Now, I think that Brook is going to be a huge key towards defeating Emu Gonko, because as we saw on God Valley, Emu doesn't take damage from normal physical attacks, even attacks coated in haki. They just shrug it off and get back up, even when they're incarnated into the body of one of their servants. Now, if Brook could somehow trigger Gonko's original memories of who they were in the life before, because we saw that when Gaban's kid screamed out for him, that helped trigger Gonko's memory of them screaming out for what presumably was their own father. And we know that Brook was a part of the royal guard for a certain country, so it is highly possible that Gonko came from the noble family of another country and became a holy knight, and Brook was one of the guards that was maybe assigned to either to protecting her or the king at that time, and that is what helped jog that memory. So I think maybe Brook went off somewhere for an instrument, maybe the viola or violin that they had in Gonko's flashback, to help jog that memory even more. Because if Gonko could temporarily reclaim control of their own body, then someone can land a killing blow just like they did with Harold. In the final panels of the chapter, Hajridin and the others arrive at the location of the giants who are fallen under the spell of Domir Reversi. They know that if they get caught between those affected by Domir Reversi, they are done for. And in the last panel of the chapter, after hearing this, Zoro says, "I've got a plan." I'm telling you right now, Zoro's plan is gonna be for them to throw him and he's gonna cut the giants. Because the last time I can remember Zoro saying he had a plan, bro, he literally just got thrown into the air and then he cut Pika. And ironically, Pika was also the size of a giant, and with Gaban telling Zoro and confirming that he has Conqueror's Haki, and then saying that Conqueror's Haki is key to defeating Holy Knights or those with Emu's powers, maybe bro just put 2 and 2 together and he was like, alright, let me see how strong I am now. Anyway, no break next week. This is a bit of a recap chapter, nothing too exciting happening here, but next week I bet is going to be absolute flames, because that's when the fights are actually going to start, or we might get to switch back to Luffy and Loki and see what Brook is doing. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you all like this content, make sure and like, subscribe, and let me know what you all think in the comments. But until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace out.